Some scandals are whispered about behind closed doors, but Andy Byron's? His blew up in front of thousands of screaming fans in full high definition, with a pop star narrating his downfall in real time.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Just imagine, 1 minute you're the CEO of a billion-dollar company with a beautiful wife and 2 kids, and the next you're ducking behind a concert barricade as the internet watches your secret fling with your HR director unravel on the big screen. But you see, here's where it gets even juicier. This wasn't just an affair. This was a collision of tech money, old Boston wealth, workplace hypocrisy, and a wife who chose quiet power over public pity. Because while Andy and his mistress scrambled to hide, Megan Byron was already rewriting the narrative and making sure the world knew who the real winner was. So, buckle up, because what really happened that night and what came after is even messier than you think.
Whatever you might think subjectively, objectively, there's just no expectation. You're in a public place, it's open season, there's cameras everywhere. People should know that today. I mean, look, the fact that this happened was a big coincidence and probably, I'm sure, a shock to the participants and everybody else, but it happened.
It was supposed to be just another magical stop on Coldplay's sold-out world tour in Madison, Wisconsin. Fans filled the arena, the lights dimmed, and the crowd roared while Chris Martin's voice soared through the stadium. But the real show didn't happen on stage. It happened in the stands when the kiss cam panned to 2 unsuspecting or maybe not so innocent people, Andy Byron and his HR director Kristen Cabot. At first, the crowd cheered, expecting a sweet moment, but what they got was chaos. Andy froze, then in a move that screamed, "I'm caught," he ducked behind the barrier like he was hiding from enemy fire. Kristen buried her face in her hands, her body language practically screaming, "Oh no, they know." And then Chris Martin, ever the cheeky frontman, twisted the knife with the line that would haunt them both.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
By the time the song ended, their faces were plastered all over TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. The hashtags started flying. Hashtag Coldplay cheaters, hashtag KissCamGate, and hashtag Team Megan. Within hours, millions had watched Andy and Kristen's not-so-secret moment, and Megan's name started trending too. The night that was supposed to be about love songs and stadium lights turned into the opening scene of a billionaire's public downfall.
From a lawyer's point of view, the only thing I can see is divorce,
While Andy and Kristen were scrambling to shut down their social media and hide from the internet's fury, the world's attention turned to the woman left in the wreckage, Megan Carrion Byron. On the surface, Megan was everything people expected from a CEO's wife. Elegant, devoted, and seemingly living the dream. But the internet quickly learned that she was much more than just the wife who got cheated on. Megan works as an associate director at Bancroft School in Massachusetts, a respected educator known for championing students with learning differences. People who know her say she's kind but fiercely protective of her family. Her social media, which has since gone private, painted a picture of a happy, proud mother and wife. Birthday parties, graduation smiles, family holidays, sweet captions like "So proud of you, Andy," alongside photos of his business milestones. She had spent years cheering him on as he climbed from minor league baseball to tech world royalty, seemingly unaware that he was getting a little too close to his HR director behind the scenes. One insider reportedly told a gossip site Megan had absolutely no idea. She really believed they were happy. That's what makes it so cruel, she found out with the rest of us. But Megan didn't melt down publicly. Instead, she started making quiet, deliberate moves, and the world noticed. This wasn't just a scorned wife. This was a woman preparing for battle and doing it with dignity.
His wife has now deactivated her account. The wife later dropped her married name on her Facebook account, to the delight of Mrs. SpaceX, who wrote,
And then, of course, there's her, Kristen Cabot, the woman at the center of it all. On paper, she was Astronomer's chief people officer, the HR executive tasked with upholding workplace culture and trust. In reality, allegedly, she was breaking every rule she was hired to enforce. But here's the twist that nobody expected. Kristen wasn't just an employee. She came from serious money, like Boston Brahmin, centuries old, talks only to God kind of money. Married to Andrew Cabot, heir to the Cabot family's legendary rum dynasty, Kristen lives in a world where family fortunes are measured in billions and reputations matter more than anything. Insider gossip claims Kristen quietly divorced in 2022, but remarried Andrew Cabot soon after, all while cozying up to Andy at work. The timeline of her hiring an astronomer in late 2024 raised eyebrows too. One former employee allegedly told a tabloid, "Everyone knew Kristen and Andy were closer than a CEO and HR director should be. It was an open secret, but nobody dared say anything." Property records uncovered by online sleuths reveal she and her husband recently purchased a $2.2 million New Hampshire seaside home, which many speculate is now her retreat from the mounting public backlash. What makes it even more deliciously hypocritical is her job title. Kristen was literally responsible for preventing inappropriate workplace relationships, yet here she is, caught pants down with her boss. When the kiss cam exposed everything, her reaction said it all. Burying her face, knowing her carefully curated life of privilege had just cracked open for the world to see.
Get that divorce lawyer and get the money. Okay, so
Now, if there's one thing the internet loves, it's a good scandal, but if there's one thing it loves even more, it's a wronged woman rising from the ashes. Within hours of the kiss cam debacle, the hashtag started trending. Hashtag Team Megan, hashtag Coldplay cheaters, and the brutal hashtag HR Gone Wild. Megan's social media, which was still public at the time, was flooded with messages of love and outrage. "You don't deserve this. Take him for everything, queen. The audacity of cheating on a woman like you." Her quiet dignity only made her more relatable to the masses. No cryptic Instagram stories, no messy clapbacks, just a subtle but powerful move. She dropped Byron from her name across her platforms, reverting to her maiden name. Fans noticed immediately. Meanwhile, Andy and Kristen became instant meme material. "Add cheating at a Coldplay concert to your LinkedIn," one user joked. "HR director, more like home wrecker resources," another quipped. Even Chris Martin himself couldn't resist keeping the joke alive. At the very next Coldplay show, he warned the crowd, "Do your hair and makeup before the cameras find you. You never know when you'll end up on the big screen."
We'd like to say hello to some of you in the crowd. We're going to use our cameras and put some of you on the big screen. So please, if you haven't done your makeup, do your makeup now.
And just like that, Andy and Kristen's scandal is officially pop culture, whether they like it or not. And through it all, Megan stayed silent. But her silence spoke volumes. But behind all the memes, hashtags, and clapbacks, there's a part of this story that hit people the hardest. The kids. Because both Andy and Megan have 2 children together, and Kristen reportedly has children of her own. And when a scandal like this goes viral, it doesn't just follow you home, it follows your kids to school, to their friends' phones, to every awkward conversation they'll have to endure. Insider sources say Megan was devastated but determined to protect her children from the storm. Within days of the incident, she allegedly took them offline completely, shutting down their profiles and removing any trace of their names or faces from public view. One family friend reportedly told a tabloid, "Megan's priority right now is shielding her kids from all of this. She doesn't care what people say about her, but her kids didn't ask to be part of this circus." And that's a fact. The kids didn't ask their parents to be irresponsible, but here we are. Now they've got classmates, teachers, friends who've seen the video of their father and mother's very public humiliation. This situation serves as a sobering reminder that beneath the headlines and hashtags, real lives and young hearts are impacted by these messes. And yet Megan, true to form, handled it with quiet strength, shielding her children while the adults played out their drama in full view of the world.
I sure as hell am not going to take my side chick to a stadium with 65,000 strangers.
Now, if you're one of those who think the kiss cam is going to just blow over, we're pretty sure you're just messing around or you don't know what's going on out there. This is just the beginning of Andy's nightmare. The mess he just created isn't just going to be emotional, it's about to turn into a financial implosion. With Astronomer valued at over $1.3 billion and Andy's personal net worth reportedly between $60 and $70 million, sources close to the family say Meghan is gearing up for what could become one of the most expensive divorces in tech history. Why? Allegedly, there's no prenup. Yeah, no safety net. Which means Meghan could walk away with half of everything, potentially more than $30 million in assets, alimony, and child support. Meanwhile, Andy's once polished career is starting to unravel. Former employees described him as toxic and sales-obsessed, with some reportedly mocking the scandal behind closed doors, saying it confirmed what they'd already suspected about his character. And Kristen? Oh, she's reportedly locked down her LinkedIn and gone silent. Not surprising, considering she was the chief people officer, allegedly breaking the very workplace ethics that she was hired to enforce. The fact that the partners in crime have deactivated or privatized their social media accounts has only helped Meghan's quiet dignity to dominate the narrative. And that isn't necessarily a good thing, especially for Andy. And there you have it, one Coldplay concert, two shameless cheaters, and one woman who turned heartbreak into a masterclass in quiet revenge. So now the question is, what's next? Should Meghan take Andy for every penny he's worth? Should Kristen's Boston Brahmin tie shield her from public accountability, or is this just the beginning of their downfall? Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and of course, don't forget to send your love and support to Meghan while you're at it. If you're here for more stories about women who rise from betrayal stronger than ever, hit that subscribe button and join the gossip party, because here we'll always cheer for grace, justice, and just the right amount of tea. Until next time, stay tuned and stay a little nosy.